Well, welcome to week 3 of the high school football season. Now, it's been a record-breaking couple of weeks for Robinson quarterback Chase Allison. He's averaging 515 yards and 6 touchdowns per game. Tonight, him and his Rockets would face a Troy team that's only given up 10 points the entire season. Now, surprisingly, Robinson scores in his first offensive possession. Allison hits Baylor baseball commit Braxton Ashcraft. He takes it in for the touchdown. Rockets lead 7-0. Troy would answer. Chance Mosley hits Riley Sider, who makes the off-balance catch, stays on his feet. He's in for the touchdown. It's tied up at 7. It didn't last for long. Robinson leading 21-7 in the second. Allison plenty of time. Downfield to Ashcraft, makes the catch, stiffs arm the defender, and takes it 67 yards to the house. 28-7 at that point. And look at the scoreboard. Robinson, another offensive explosion. 56-14, your final in this one. Jessica Morey has been in Robinson all night long. She joins us live, and what can you say? Another Robinson win, decisive win.
Thank you so much, Nick. Well, this was a very exciting game. If you were a Robinson Rockets fan, 56-14, the final. Robinson now 3-0 on the season. I'm joined by Robinson senior wide receiver Braxton Ashcraft. Braxton, you had 3 touchdown catches in this game. How were you able to have so much success on offense against a Troy defense that only allowed 10 points going into this game?
I mean, our O-line gave Chase a lot of time back there, and Chase is a really good quarterback, and he puts the ball where it needs to be. And Coach Allison, he gets us open, and we make plays.
And this game was, you guys scored on the first offensive drive. They scored on the first offensive drive as 7-7. You might think it might be a little bit back and forth, but then you guys scored and kept scoring and never looked back. When did you realize you kind of had this game in the bag?
Well, this week we made a point of emphasis on defense. So, I mean, after we came out from halftime, we realized that that we had this game pretty much locked away. So
That's right.
In the bag. It was pretty exciting.
Game
to
over.
go out and win a game like that on homecoming.
And now you only had 3 touchdowns in this game. It's a little bit less than you normally have. Was this a bad game for you?
No, I wouldn't say it was a bad game. I just try and go out and make plays and help our team get the win. So if we can distribute the ball around the field, that makes me happy.
And for you guys starting the season off 3-0 after going 1-9 last year, I mean, just how great is that for you and for this town?
I mean, we always try and stay even keeled. I mean, coming off a 1-9 season, we can't really get too high on the highs and too low on the lows. So I mean, we just try and do our best and keep it going, keep it rolling.
Well, congratulations on the win. That's senior wide receiver Braxton Ashcraft. 3 touchdown catches tonight in Robinson. Junior wide receiver Braxton. They're correcting me. Good job. I didn't know that. Junior wide receiver Braxton Ashcraft with 3 touchdown catches in this game. 56-14, the final. Before the season, Tommy Allison, head coach here, said we're going to put up a lot of points this year.
Baby.
And they have. 56-14, the final. Back to you, Nick.
3 things I love: the $100 bill in the background, the guy taking the selfie, and Jessica's new homecoming day. That's awesome there. Staying in Class 4A, China Springs showing everybody that they're the real deal. After a 47-point win over Huntsville last week, the Cougars had their first real test of the season, taking on number 2 Cameron Yo. Let's head out to Yo Field. The Yeomen coming off a big win at Gatesville. Zach Andrus back to pass, fires over the middle, but it's intercepted by Braden Mathis. This is one of those rare nights for Cameron Yo you probably won't see in a long time, or probably forever. Cutter Haygood on the quarterback draw. Takes it down the sidelines for a gain of 23 and a China Spring first down, but they would turn it over on downs. Later, Cougars at their own 4-yard line, and this is by far the play of the night. Keaton Dudek takes the handoff and almost runs like Tony Dorsett. Takes it 96 yards for the touchdown. It was all China Spring in this one. They win tonight, 63-13. Over in Lorena, where the Leopards squared off against the Franklin Lions team who went to the state title game last year. We'll pick it up in the first. Franklin goes for it on 4th down inside the 15, but Thomas Box, he gets wrapped up by Riley Mitchell. Next Franklin possession, Rashawn Green. He's going to take it 50 yards for the Lions down the sidelines before he gets tackled inside the 20. Few plays later, Bobby Graham. He's in from 3 yards out. Extra point no good. 6 at the Lions at that point. However, they would go on to win 34-21. Salado hoping to bounce back after being shut out by Comfort last week. Tonight they played host to a Panthers from Austin Hyde Park. How about this? A long day. Kyle Granger for the Panthers. Opening kickoff. He's going to take it 90 yards for the touchdown for 6. You can't start a football game any better than that. Now, will the Eagles respond, though? Out of the triple option, Quarterback hands it off to the tailback, finds a crease in the defense. But wait, senior Panther Bo Stewart somehow wrestles the ball away from the turnover. And you know what? It was a long night for Austin Heights. Later, they pick up a big win tonight, 28-9. Last night, Connolly hoping to exceed their win total from last year. Cadets taking on Royce City at McLean Stadium, picking up in the first. Cadets trailing by 8. Here comes Ricky Garrett on the quarterback keeper for 12. 2 plays later, Ronnie Briscoe Jr. calls his own number, sheds a tackle. He is off and running. 45 yards for the touchdown. It's now an 8-7 game. After a Royce City fumble, Cadets would capitalize. Christian Evans dives in from a yard out. 14-8 Connolly at that point. This game would go back and forth, but the Cadets, they would win a while, won 34-32. Scores from around 4A. Mejia on the road and Groesbeck, and they would fall tonight, 21-15. La Vega all over Fort Worth Young's men's leadership, 65-0. Fairfield, they would fall to Palestine, 27-10. Lampasas, however, they fall too to Wimberley, 31-7. Also, Whitney and Hillsborough tied at 48 in the fourth. And Glen Rose, 3-point lead late third quarter over Mineral Wells, 24-21. First quarter Friday Night Lights in the books. Stay where you are. We got plenty of action coming up. Well, the first couple of games haven't been too kind for the Midway Panthers. They have been outscored 95-16. Tonight, things did not get any easier. They played host to number 5 Temple. Late second quarter, Midway going forward on 4th down, but Ashton Logan, he is picked it off for old Temple. Look at that. Ensuing drive, Rehes connects with the sliding Deontay Hextall for a Wildcat first down. 30 seconds until halftime. Hess back to pass. He's going to throw it towards the end zone, but Leandre Robinson comes up with the interception. Panthers will lead 14-7 at the half. And look at this. How about them getting their first win of the season? Look at that. 26-20 your final. Congratulations on the Midway Panthers' first win of 2016. Belton's offense came alive last week, scoring 55 against Pflugerville-Hendrickson. Tonight, they welcome Round Rock Stony Point to Tiger Field. Davion Peoples picked up where he left off, second play of the game, takes the handoff around the right side, and he is gone. 70 yards on the touchdown run. Tigers jump on top, 7-0. Peoples, well, he wasn't done just yet. After a Stony Point punt, he'll punch it in from 4 yards out, 14-0 at that point. And look at that, all Belton in this one, 70-35, your final. How about those Salado Eagles? Looking to start 3-0 on the young season, taking on Montgomery. This one was tight early on, then the Eagles started to bring the defense. Jordan Hood gets sacked on that play. Ball goes to the Eagles. They can pretty much score from anywhere when you have this guy, Carl Robinson, to Jair Shorter at the 50. And he is gone. Nobody in sight. 50 yards for the touchdown. Eagles, they would lead 28-14 at the half and actually hang on to win 42-35. Coppers Cove at home tonight, taking on El Paso Franklin, who drove 572 miles just to get here. Cove, here we go. Bulldogs early on, Jalen Smith tearing it through the defense, and then it's Tim Edwards taking the handoff, cutting it right through the hole, 7-3 Bulldogs. El Paso kind of had a tough night in this one. Caleb Hatch looking for a big play, but Tariq Anthony there to break up the pass. This game would go to Coppers Cove. Look at this. They would win. I'm telling you, they would win. You don't see a score there, but they would actually go on to win tonight. Last night, both Harker Heights and Waco High came in undefeated. Somebody going to suffer its first loss at Waco ISD Stadium. Lions would get the offense going here. Real Richards is third. Oh, man, you saw a flag there. Holding was called. That erases a gain of 10 yards. However, they would march down the field. Richards to Ray High, scampers down the field. He is inside the 5-yard line. That would set up Terrence Hamilton, who walks it in for the touchdown. 7-0 Lions at that point. And how about Marty Herbst's team? 3-0 in the young season. They win 28-12. Also from last night, Shoemaker looking for its first win of the season, taking on the Raiders from Round Rock, Cedar Ridge. Former Baylor quarterback Sean Bell leading the Raiders this season. They get off to a hot start after returning the opening kickoff down to the 2. C.J. Ritterhouse punches it in to give Cedar Ridge a 7-0 lead. This is basically Rittenhouse's show here. Takes it in from about 17 yards out to put the Raiders up 14-0 midway through the first. The scoring then stopped from there. Shoemaker actually didn't even get a first down until one of the last plays of the first half. Cedar Ridge, they would go on to win 44-7. Gray Wolves fall to 0-3 on the season. Killeen, they were on the road tonight. and the Roos would fall to Vandergrift 33-16, your final in this one. Switching gears to Class 5A, University hoping to break a 28-game losing streak, taking on the Hornets from Gatesville. O.C. Cadena options it off to Nick Ward, had a big game last week. 13-yard gain here. A couple of plays later, it's Ward taking the handoff, battles his way into the end zone. Then Gatesville, they would go on offense at the 9-yard line. Jet Truss takes it in for the touchdown. University actually led in this one. However, Gatesville, they would come from behind and win by 3, 38-35. We're about almost done right here on Friday Night Lights. Don't go anywhere. We have more coming up after the break.
Welcome back. Each week we honor a local high school athlete as our Gridiron Player of the Week. Last week for week 1, it was actually a quarterback from right here in Robinson, Chase Allison. He was our week 1 Gridiron Player of the Week. Tonight it's all about Cameron Yoe wide receiver Sakori Smith. Cameron Yoe senior wide receiver Sakori Smith might not be the biggest guy out on the field, but don't tell him that.
Oh, he believes he's, you know, a 6'5", 250 receiver or something, and he plays with that kind of mentality and that emotion and that heart. And he really weighs, he's really 5'6", 135, but huge heart, plays with a huge heart. He believes he can catch anything. He believes he can block anybody, and that's the kind of mentality you got to have. It's a very winning, competitive mentality, and that's one of the things I love about him.
I know that I'm not the biggest guy on the field, but I try to play like I am with a big heart because I love the game of football. And I mean, at the end of the day, I still think that one day I would be big and tall.
Size wasn't an issue for Smith last Friday night against Gatesville. The senior wide receiver had 6 catches for 187 yards. 5 of those catches went for touchdowns, and Smith wasn't just getting it done on offense. He also returned a kickoff 98 yards for another touchdown.
He had a great game in the special teams and on offense. We didn't have the ball very much. I think we had 36 offensive plays, which isn't very many for a typical varsity ball game. But but when we had it, it was either 3 and out because their defense was doing a good job against us, especially early on, or we had big plays that scored, and he was a big part of that.
Over the past few seasons at Yoe High School, the spotlight has been on Sakori Smith's teammates. But now that some of those players have graduated, this is his time to shine.
It really is. It's good to see his hard work pay off. He is a hard-working kid. Again, he loves football, and he plays hard. He gives you everything he's got. Even when he's not getting the ball, he does a good job blocking for us. He's one of our better blocking outside receivers. And again, he hardly weighs anything, but he gets after it. And it's good to see him get a little recognition for the hard work he puts in out on the field.
The Yeomen improved to 2-0 with their 38-point win over Gatesville. And Smith believes the sky's the limit for this team.
If we come out and practice really hard and play a really good game on Friday and execute on offense and make turnovers on defense, then I don't think nobody in our district can stop us, and I believe that we'll go undefeated.
Well, unfortunately for the Cameron Yeomen, they did fall tonight 63-13 to the China Spring Cougars. Now, they still do have a chance to go undefeated in district play, like Sakori Smith said. They will try to do that here in a few weeks. That's our Schlotzsky's Gridiron Player of the Week for week 2, Cameron Yoe, wide receiver Sakori Smith. We will have more here from our McDonald's Game of the Week between Robinson and Troy. I'll have a live interview with Robinson head coach Tommy Allison coming up later in the show. Back to you, Nick.
All right, good stuff over there, Jessica. Well, before the season started, Teague was picked to finish second behind Malakoff in District 9 3A. They won their season opener before falling to Mahia last week. Tonight's game was delayed until 8 o'clock because both schools, they thought the other called the officiating crew and no one showed up. When it finally kicked off, it was Teague who set the tone early. Jacoby McWilliams takes the handoff from his own 15-yard line. He's going to take it the distance, 85 yards on the touchdown. Teague takes a 7-0 lead. After a Dublin punt, Teague, they go right back on offense. Antonio Hurd rolls to his left, no one open. So he's going to tuck it and run, goes back the other way, and takes it 27 yards into Dublin territory. A few plays later, Hurd would call his own number and takes it in from 3 yards out. 14-zip Teague at that point, and they would go on the roll tonight, 68-26. Both Rogers and Marlin looking to bounce back after tough losses a week ago. Taquan Tyler in the shotgun decides to take the ball himself gaining significant yards for Marlin, coming right in your living room right here. And Tyler, back to pass again, finds Alec Brooks, pushes his way downfield, and he's not going to go on with the fight. One tackle, two guys, three guys finally takes him down, and Keenan Henry passes to Kerry Collins. He's going to catch it for a touchdown, and those Marlin Bulldogs victorious tonight, 24-8. Academy looking for a 3-0 start as they played host to the Eagles of Goldthwaite. Kyle Schwartz catching it, and he's going to run for a lot of yards here for Goldthwaite before getting tackled by a herd of bees there. And Christian Valencia hands the ball off to Quad Stewart, runs the ball down the field. Valencia hands it off to Schwartz, and he's going to run right through Academy's defense for the touchdown bonus right here. The game was delayed due to sprinklers. However, the Academy Bees, they would go on to win in overtime, 21-14. Some scores around Class 3A. Bruce Folletti shuts out early, 44-0. DeWitt Leon goes on to win against Axtell, 42-28. Whitney, big winners over Hillsborough, 54-48. Mark Panthers stay undefeated. They beat McGregor, 28-21. Gerald, they put up 42 tonight on Thorndale, 42-19. And Holland, they win by 11 over Florence, 38-27. And last night, the West Trojans on the road taking on Carrollton Ranch View. They fall in this one, 35-7. We are not done yet on Friday Night Lights. When we come back, we got plenty more for you. So go grab a slice of pizza, and we'll be back after the break. All right, let's jump into Class 2A, where both Bosqueville and Riker coming off big wins last week. Tonight, they both met up at J.J. Kern Stadium. Jarek Smith back to pass here, and watch this. He's going to just let it fly. Downfield to Zach Martinez. Incredible catch there. Down to the 1-yard line, 50 yards on the reception. Oh, those girls are happy, and they love it here. Smith rolls to his right, finds Peyton Smalley in the back of the end zone for the touchdown, but Bosqueville, they would get their offense rolling and rolling big. They win tonight, 51-28. Rosebud Lott looking for win number 2 on the season, hosting Wortham tonight. Wortham's Zach Jones passes to Logan Capers, but he is intercepted by Jalen McKinley. Cougars on offense. Corian Johnson takes it for about a 12-yard gain and a Rosebud Lott first down, but they would eventually have to punt. So, Bulldogs back on offense. Jones hands off to Cole Shivers. He is going to take it in for the touchdown, and the Rosebud Cougars, oh man, fall just short tonight, 21-19, your final. On the Class 2A, two-time defending state champion Bremond played its home opener versus Bolano, put the longest active winning streak in the state on the line. First Bremond possession, Texas A&M commit Rashad Paul, the quarterback keeper, finds some open space, picks up a huge gain deep into Milano territory. That would set up the Tigers' first touchdown of the night. A few minutes later, Paul swings it out to Joe Williams on the screen pass, and watch him put on the burners. Yeah, he outruns everybody. 55 yards for 6 to put Bremond up 2 touchdowns, and they would go on to cruise tonight, 40-7. Overland Temple, Central Texas Christian taking on the Bartlett Bulldogs. Pick it up in the second quarter. Alonzo Olivius looking for his receiver and puts it a little bit too much on that pass. Easy interception there. Sophomore running back David Garcia rumbles and stumbles his way into the end zone. And Braden Davis with a wobbly goose over the hands of the receiver. Falls in the arms of, there it is, of that guy right there. And Alonzo Olivius has the seam up. Pass, going to get it caught. Yes, for the touchdown. And how about this? Go to the final here. Central Texas Christian, they fall tonight 30-14. Scores from around Class 2A. Valley Mills, there's Crawford. Crawford goes on the road to defeat Meridian 56-20. Riesel, big winners on the road, 47-31. Also, DeLeon, 47-6 over Cross Plains. Frost, big win over Itasca, 26-2. All right, we are coming down the home stretch here on Friday Night Lights. When we come back, we're going to check in with Jessica Maury for a final live report from our McDonald's Game of the Week. Check this out, KCN FNL tag board. When you're out at a game, tag us right there. We'll see you back at the break. Well, before we wrap things up and go home for the night, let's go back out to Robinson. Jessica Maury live from McDonald's Game of the Week. And Jess, no slowing down the Rockets tonight.
We're out here in Robinson. They're about to turn off the stadium lights on us, but they're keeping some on for us right now. Robinson getting the big win here over Troy, 56-14. The final. If you liked offense and you're a Robinson Rockets fan, then this was the game for you. I'm joined by Robinson head coach Tommy Allison. First of all, Coach, thank you so much for sticking around, hanging out for this interview with us. Now, you guys average 712 yards of offense per game, and tonight you only had 580. I mean, what happened?
we need to go back to work, don't we? Yeah, that was. We got some work to do. No, it was a fun evening. It really was. We got out to a really hot start, and we were very efficient with the football. And I think we were 11 for 11 in our passing game starting out, and we were able to spread sideline to sideline. It was a great evening, but more importantly than that, our defense was awesome, and I'm excited about that.
And you told me before the game you knew this was not going to be an easy game. At what point did you kind of realize that, okay, you know, we've got this? You're up 28-0, 35-0. When did you kind of realize that, okay, we've got this game?
Probably not to the fourth quarter. You know, it's been a long time since we've been in this situation. We, you know, had a rough year last year. So to go in at halftime being up 49-7 was big for us. And kids fought their tail off, and they came out second half and did the same thing. And a lot of kids got to play tonight, and that's really cool.
And now you guys didn't score in the fourth quarter. I mean, that was crazy. You really took your foot off the gas pedal there. What happened in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, no kidding. We got some work to do to fix that, but it was a fun night.
It was a very fun night out here in Robinson as the Rockets get the win 56-14 over the Troy Trojans. Robinson starts the season out 3-0. They will travel to Athens next week for week 4. Again, the final here from our McDonald's game of the week, 56-14. Back to you, Nick.
Yeah, another impressive win. You know, I talked with Tommy Allison. It's funny, during two-a-days, I said, Coach, how good are you going to be? Oh, man, hey, we're not going to be any good at all. 3-0, averaging over 60 points a game. I say that's pretty good. All right, a lot of great highlights tonight, but there's only one that could be our play of the night. It comes from the China Spring Cameron Yo game. This is Keaton Dudek. You know, Tony Dorsett had the NFL record for 99 yards on one run against the Vikings back in the 70s. Well, he had a 96-yard run, just incredible. Great blocking up front. He hit the sidelines. Look at the receivers blocking everybody, and you can't coach speed. He had plenty of it. Congratulations to China Spring. Congratulations to Keaton Dudek. 63-13 over number 2 Cameron Yo. Very impressive. Like I said before, you'll see both of those teams competing for a state championship in December. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Friday Night Lights. I'd like to thank everybody in the back, here in the front, working cameras, everybody that helped out photography. I appreciate it big time. We will see you next Friday on Friday Night Lights. See you then.